It really just depends. It's about the time zone thing again.
Exactly.
Right now
really
we're
hard.
fasting like
It's
18,
really hard.
19-hour days,
Yeah, 18,
which is
19
like
hours.
you have 6 hours or like 5 hours to just do the rest of like eat, pray, tarawih,
Yeah.
fajr, like yeah. It's
Especially
crazy.
like when we do the break fasting and then when we do the sahur, it's really close. Like we can't even sleep. Like,
yeah, and you're not
sometimes.
even hungry by fajr because
Yes,
you're still full from
Yeah,
the
exactly.
iftar,
That's
iftar,
that what
yeah.
happens to me. So it's like, how much is the length? Like from like usually we do the break fasting at 9:30 p.m. and then we do the sahur at
Like
two
yeah,
of
2:30.
the, so you know, like it's so short. And usually what I do, because I'm afraid to oversleep, so I stay at night until at 2. So
Yeah.
and then I do the sahur. Even though I'm full, but
You have to force
yeah,
yourself.
you have to.
I think the other thing is because we're awake like at night or we wake up so early and we're awake so late at night, is it can be difficult for your normal day routine because you're so tired like throughout the day.
Exactly. Yes.
But like yeah, that's quite difficult. I think that's the most difficult thing, the fact that we're tired, because your routine just changes completely.
Especially during assignments and dissertation, so it's really like doing the brain work and then we do fasting, so it's kind of challenging. But one thing that is different from my place is because in Indonesia it's hot, but in here it's quite cooler, so it really like helps a lot when you do the fasting.
But in the complete opposite, when it's winter and we're doing like 7-hour fasts, like I haven't fasted those days yet, but my parents said that it's really difficult because you're so cold and then you can't really eat anything to warm you up or like drink anything.
Because you get thirsty.
Yeah. And even just because you're so cold, like sometimes heating doesn't do that much over here because it's so cold.
Yeah.
And the other sad thing is, like, my dad said that when he used to break fast, he'd still be at work and then my mum would be at home.
Oh.
And that's really sad because you can't break fast
together.
Yeah,
because of the time zone that is really quick here.
Yeah.
It changed a lot. Let's continue. How is Eid Adha in the UK?
I think for me it's kind of similar to my Eid Adha.
Oh, it's similar?
Yeah.
So did you celebrate here or in London?
This year I celebrated in Singapore.
Oh, you celebrate.
But normally I'm able to celebrate with my family. But it's just kind of similar when you go to the masjid, you eat, see friends.
In my experience, I celebrated in the school, in the campus actually, because the campus supported for prayer. So we went to one of the big field where we gathered as a Muslim to pray together. So it was an interesting experience. Okay, continue the next questions. Does the uni support Muslim?
Yeah, I think so. Like we have prayer room facilities. Like you said about Eid, they have the Eid prayers. And I think also for Ramadan they had iftars.
Oh yeah, they have iftar and sahur together.
Yeah.
So they do really, as Muslim students staying in the UK. Like for example, they serve foods and then sometimes we bring food together and we eat together with all the Muslims and then we do the prayer and we do tarawih together too. Yeah, they do support, uni really supports.
And I think our canteen, some of the like stores have halal like food.
Okay, continue to the next questions. How do you feel living in the UK as a Muslim?
Because it's all I've ever known.
So
I
how
think
do you
it's
feel?
okay. I think it's good compared to other countries where I think it would be more difficult. But then you can also see that there's like better places to be as a Muslim.
Yeah.
That's all I've known. And then if you compare it to other countries, like there's worse places to be, I think, where it's like harder to find like halal food or other Muslims. But then you can also see like the better side where there's like you're surrounded by more Muslims. But then one good thing about living in the UK is that you're more tolerant and you learn more about like other cultures because you're exposed to them more. And then it's a good way for other people to learn more about Muslims and Islam because you do things that are different to them and then they'll ask you questions. So it's a good way for dawah as well. But yeah, what do you think?
Same. One of the additional information is that you get new experience and new knowledge about other religion too. Get to know and I get to experience a different way. As I live in Indonesia where there's a lot of Muslim there, but in the UK there are not really much Muslim. Okay, continue to the next questions. How do you manage your prayer?
I think the same way other people manage it, but you just need to be aware of the time changes.
Yeah, exactly. So you really need to be updated with the schedule of the time. Each month they change the time, so we need to keep updated with that information.
Yeah.
Okay, so tips and tricks, or you have advice for Muslim students who's going to live in the UK? I think you're expert with this, so you can tell it.
I think one of them would be you have to be willing to be flexible.
Yeah.
In terms of like, you can't. It sounds really bad, but like you can't try and be too strict because otherwise you're not going to be able to complete it to a satisfaction that you want.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like if you were like, I can't eat at any place that serves alcohol.
Yeah.
That would be really difficult.
It would be hard.
You just need to make sure that your intention in your heart is like to please Allah in that sense. Even with prayer, if there's really a time where you can't find a place to pray and you're like stuck for time, you need to make do with what you have. In terms of that, like there might not be wudu facilities or something like that. And I think that's the main key. You just need to be willing to be flexible in terms of like not being too strict, I think.
Okay. Yeah, so same response with her. So another additional is that you need to keep updated with the information about your area. For example, if you live in Nottingham, you need to know the area, and then you can find out some mosque, and then you can find out some halal supermarket. And I think you need to be very, like finding informations for your stay in the UK.
Yeah. Actually, one other thing is, I think a lot of people will say this about the UK, but sometimes our mosques, our masjids are very like centered towards one culture. So like it will be a Pakistani mosque or like a Bangladeshi mosque or an Arab mosque, and sometimes you feel really like daunted going in where you're not that culture or you're not that ethnicity. But I think like just have a smile on your face, be friendly, be willing to talk, and people won't really shun you away. I think that's another key thing that people kind of overlook, and it's something that I think as the UK, like as Muslims, we need to work on, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what our background is, we should be like trying to help people. So just kind of go in confident, like have a smile on your face, ask people questions, and they'll be willing to help. But don't like feel too daunted going in and saying, oh, like I don't know your culture at all, because it's a masjid, like we're all there for Islam, right?
Yeah, we're all there for praying. Important is just your intentions. You do it for Allah, and it will help you. Like you can get through it. So guys, I think that's all for this video, and I hope that all the information that we shared together, it will be very useful for you watching this, and it also inspired you. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment below.
Terima kasih.
Okay, bye bye.